It was a quiet Thursday afternoon in Oakland, California. The Golden State Warriors had just wrapped up a morning practice, and Steph Curry was craving a hearty meal before heading home to his family. He decided to stop by Mama's Kitchen, a small family-owned diner known for its soul food and warm atmosphere. The diner was a local favorite, with its cozy booths, vintage decor, and the comforting smell of fried chicken and collard greens wafting through the air. As Steph walked in, he was greeted by the sound of soft jazz playing on the radio and the sight of a few regulars enjoying their meals. He chose a corner booth, hoping to keep a low profile. But in a town where he was a legend, staying unnoticed was nearly impossible. The waitress who approached his table was a middle-aged black woman named Linda. She had been working at Mama's Kitchen for over a decade, and her warm smile and kind demeanor made her a favorite among the customers. Linda had seen her fair share of celebrities come through the diner, but she never treated anyone differently. To her, every customer deserved the same level of respect and care. "Good afternoon, sir," Linda said, handing Steph a menu. "Can I get you something to drink while you decide?" Steph looked up and smiled. "Just water for now, thank you." Linda nodded and returned moments later with a glass of ice water and a basket of cornbread. "Here you go, honey. Take your time with the menu and let me know if you need anything." Steph couldn't help but notice how polite and attentive Linda was. She had a way of making him feel at home, even in a public place. As he perused the menu, he overheard a conversation between Linda and another waitress. "Linda, did you get the school fees sorted out for the kids?" the other waitress asked. Linda sighed softly. "Not yet. I'm still short, but I'm working on it. They won't let the kids start next semester if I don't pay by next week." The other waitress patted Linda's shoulder sympathetically. "You'll figure it out. You always do." Steph's heart ached as he listened to the conversation. He knew how hard it could be to juggle responsibilities, especially as a single parent. He made a mental note to do something kind for Linda before he left. When Linda returned to take his order, Steph decided to strike up a conversation. "How long have you been working here?" he asked. Linda smiled. "Oh, about 12 years now. It's a good place. Good people. Good food. I can't complain." "You're really great at what you do," Steph said. "You make everyone feel welcome." Linda chuckled modestly. "That's just how my mama raised me. Treat people the way you want to be treated, you know?" Steph nodded. "Wise words. Do you have kids?" Linda's face lit up. "Yes, 2. A boy and a girl. They're my world. My son wants to be a doctor, and my daughter loves to dance. They keep me busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way." Steph smiled. "That's amazing. You must be proud." "I am," Linda said, "but it's not always easy. Being a single mom, you know, but we make it work." Steph hesitated for a moment, then asked, "If you don't mind me asking, are you facing any challenges right now? I overheard you talking about school fees." Linda's smile faltered slightly, but she remained polite. "It's nothing I can't handle. Just a little bump in the road. But thank you for asking." Steph could see the strength in her eyes, but he could also see the worry. He decided not to press further, but he knew he had to do something to help. After finishing his meal, a plate of fried chicken, mac and cheese, and collard greens, Steph asked for the check. Linda brought it over with a warm smile. "Here you go, honey. I hope everything was to your liking." "It was perfect," Steph said. "Thank you, Linda." As he handed her his credit card, he also slipped a folded piece of paper into her hand. "This is for you," he said quietly. Linda looked confused but accepted the paper. When she unfolded it, her eyes widened in shock. It was a check for $20,000, made out to her. Her hands trembled as she read the note attached. "For your kindness and your kid's future. Keep shining. Steph Curry." Tears welled up in Linda's eyes. I can't accept this," she stammered. Steph shook his head. "Yes, you can. You've been so kind to me and everyone who walks through that door. Let me help you and your kids. You deserve it." Linda was speechless. She had never expected anything like this. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. "Thank you so much." Steph stood up and gave her a gentle hug. "You're welcome, Linda. Take care of yourself and your family." The next day, Linda paid her kids' school fees in full. She also used some of the money to fix her car, which had been giving her trouble for months. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of relief and hope. Word of Steph's generosity spread quickly, and the story made headlines. But for Steph, it wasn't about the recognition. It was about making a difference in someone's life, even in a small way. He had always believed in using his platform to help others, and this was just one example of that. A few weeks later, Steph returned to Mama's kitchen. Linda was there, as always, greeting customers with her warm smile. When she saw Steph, she rushed over to him, tears in her eyes. "Mr. Curry, I can't thank you enough," she said. "Because of you, my kids are doing great in school, and I've been able to breathe a little easier. You have no idea how much that meant to me." Steph smiled. "I'm just glad I could help, Linda. You're an amazing person, and your kids are lucky to have you." Linda shook her head. "No, we're the lucky ones. You've given us a chance to dream bigger." "Thank you." Years later, Linda's son graduated from medical school, and her daughter became a professional dancer. Linda continued to work at Mama's Kitchen, but she also started a scholarship fund to help other single parents in need. She never forgot Steph's kindness, and she made it her mission to pay it forward. As for Steph Curry, he continued to inspire both on and off the court. His random act of kindness wasn't just about giving money. It was about showing compassion, lifting others up, and reminding the world that even small gestures can have a big impact. Because sometimes, all it takes is one act of kindness to change a life forever.